Welcome to Wada Wonderful World. I'm Wada and today I'm going to show you how I made these lovely Brazilian honey cakes. They're filled with caramel and coated with this lovely dark chocolate. This is one of my favorite things that I like to eat in Brazil. I remember when my mom used to take me especially to buy these. The cake has a lot of honey and lots of spices in it. So give it a go, I'm sure you're gonna love it. So I'm gonna show you how I made it. Let's get started. The first thing you need to do is in a saucepan, I have here 1.5 cups of milk. I have here 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves. This goes in with the milk. And you bring the milk to a boil. On high heat, when the milk starts to boil, get it off from the heat and then add 3/4 cup of honey. In the blender or food processor, add 5 eggs, 1/2 cup of oil, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Also add the honey mixture that we have prepared earlier and beat everything until it's well combined. In a large mixing bowl, add 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, and 1.5 cups of plain flour. Mix everything well just until combined, and that goes in the oven for about 30 minutes or until the skewer comes out clean. So I have left this cake overnight and I put some weight on it so the cake will be more compact. So the cake is nice and flat now. And the first thing you should do, oh, the smell is so good. It smells just like I remember how this is supposed to smell.
Mmm, it smells so nice.
And we need to cut them. Come here. So I'm using a 6.5 centimeter round cutter, and the size of my baking tin, 40 by 28 centimeters. You could divide this into 2 square baking tins as well if you don't have a large one like I do. And also, if you don't want to cut them round, you can cut them into squares, and that's fine as well. You can make your own caramel filling. I'm going to leave a link down below of the recipe that I have already made on the channel, or you can buy ready-made. You can put as much filling as I did, or you can be a little bit more generous, and it's a good idea to clean around the cake so you get a better finish when you do the chocolate coating. I'm using 50% dark chocolate. You can use any chocolate that you like. You can use white chocolate or milk chocolate or 70% dark chocolate. It's up to you. If you have a food processor, it will be easier. It will grate the chocolate really fast, but I only have one of these. So go ahead and grate your chocolate. You can use compound chocolate, but the taste, it won't be as good because compound chocolate has vegetable fat in it. I like to grate the chocolate if I'm doing a small amount before I melt it. I just find that it melts a little bit faster, but you can do as you like. You can just chop the chocolate. You can melt it on a bain-marie or in the microwave. The way that you can temper the chocolate is that you can just break it up. You could either use a double boiler, but be careful for the temperature not to go too high, above 55 degrees Celsius. That should be about the maximum. I find the best way it is in the microwave if you have one, but if you don't have one, it's okay to do over a double boiler. You just have to check the temperature that it's go up to 55 degrees Celsius. And if you're doing in the microwave, it's better to use plastic than glass, a heat-proof plastic container. This is the only one I have. I should get myself a bigger one. If you use glass, the glass will get too hot and you'll find it's harder for the temperature to cool down as well. It just takes longer. And with the plastic, it'll be faster for the temperature to cool down. When you have to go, the temperature has to go back to about 28 degrees Celsius from 55. Or what I try to do is actually get to that stage about 31 to 32 degrees. You put the chocolate in the microwave and mix every 30 to 20 seconds so it doesn't overheat too much. And because I'm grating it, the speed process will be much faster. So the way that I'm doing 2 batches at the time. So this here will go in my container. You can see it melts really quickly when you grate the chocolate. It's a good idea to get some baking paper ready as well. It's a good idea to calibrate your thermometer. I have here some iced water and the temperature should go to 0 degrees. And now I'll put everything in. This always happens. And then I'll melt the second batch.
So as you can see, because I grate the chocolate, I melt it really gently and I get to that 31 to 32 degrees Celsius for dark chocolate really quickly, so I don't have to take the temperature down by, using the marble or adding extra chocolate. Because these cakes uses a lot of chocolate, I have thinned it down with coconut oil. I have used 2 tablespoons, but go very gently, put 1 teaspoon at the time, and you will see the difference because the chocolate will be a lot thinner, and that it's really good because the finished look as well will look a lot better with that thinner chocolate rather than the thick chocolate. Also in the taste, I have seen the difference because I did use the pure chocolate without the coconut oil, and the taste with the coconut oil, it was much nicer. You could taste the honey in the cake, and that was really good. After I added the coconut oil, I have checked the temperature again and it was 29, and I literally put the chocolate in the microwave for 1 to 2 seconds and they already brought it up to 30 degrees. After you dip the cakes, give them a little tap to get the excess off, and they don't need to go in the fridge, just leave them at room temperature until they are set. When the chocolate has set, cut the excess off from the chocolate.
Nice.